Yeah, yeah, cha. Mrs. Sophia go see fire. Aha! Echo. Oh, man. Oh, Mama, Charlie, for Christmas. Thank you, Ma. When you want to sing in our Jesus. Yeah. Chimney, I think I don't go out. Chimo, Chimo, when you think of me, yeah. If you met someone, I think someone, I'm not giving them baby. We're not gonna eat them in a bed. Be no chicken, watch it.
That spit, and he tryna sign me. Your Honor, I'm a freak. Handcuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating. Put him on his knees, give him something to believe in. Never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a beat. In the food chain, I'm the
What's up, everybody? Sassychi back again. Today I'm just gonna discuss something quickly and shortly with you guys. I'm just gonna look into men being abusive or ladies being abusive in a relationship or marriage. Because like we all know, it's not only men, but majority of times it comes from the men's side. Okay, they are the one practicing abuse more in a relationship stroke marriages. So I want to shed a little bit of light into that very issue, because it's become very rampant in today's society. It's become it's almost like a normal thing for people to do, to practice, and feel like they can do it and get away with it. And I'm here sitting that right here telling you guys that if you know that as a man, you call yourself a man and you are abusive to any woman in your life, either be your girlfriend, be your wife, I do want to indulge you guys to please desist from such actions, because it's gonna do you more harm than good. It might not be now, but you're definitely gonna face the consequences. Why not be a loving husband? Why not be a loving boyfriend? Why not be a loving man? Prove to the world, prove to the society that you are well brought up by your parents, that you learned good things, you learned amazing things from your dad. Because you don't know, when you are actually being physically abusive, it could be mental, it could be psychological. You're being abusive to your partner. You're actually telling the world, you're telling the society, you're telling that woman, that partner of yours, you're telling your kids, if you've got any kids, you're telling them that you did not have a good father. So there was no one there to be your role model for you to look up to. That's what you're telling them. So I do want you guys to change from that perspective of life. Change into something that your kids will grow up to look up to. Change into being someone's hero. Change into motivating people out there, because you may not know, people are actually looking at you. People are trying to follow your footsteps. So you might not just be functional in your home, you might be functional outside without even knowing it. You might be functional at your place of work. So I've seen a lot of women coming to me, a lot of friends coming to me crying that, oh my goodness, they are in this relationship, they are in this marriage, they are being treated like animals, and the majority of times the men would abuse the women, and they would deny ever having anything to do. They would deny ever putting up such actions. They will paint themselves as angel, but instead they will actually portray the woman as the bad one. They will make the woman feel like she is the reason why she is getting beaten up, and she is the reason why she has to go through those tortures, those mental like disarray situations that she went through while she was in the relationship with the actual man, or still in the relationship or marriage. So please, nobody wants to go through that, because if you go to the hospital, if you go to the mental department in the hospital, you're gonna see a lot of mental deranged women out there, and those women have got kids. Come on, guys, come on, men. I'm begging, I'm on my knees asking you guys, if you know that you are with this woman or in a relationship, or that you might have married somebody that out of pressure from the family, out of pressure from society, or you felt like you guys got on at the initial stage and things are not going on the way you want it to be, please, it's never too late to call off the wedding. It's never too late to sit down and have an adult discussion with that wife of yours or with that partner of yours. Tell the person, look, I might have married you. Look, we might have thought that we were meant for each other, but the way things are going, I do not want to be abusive towards you in any way. I do not want to be involved in beating up a woman or being rude or doing the things that are not in my person to do. So I do acknowledge that we separate, or that we divorce, or that we call off this wedding so that we can keep our sanity. It's never too late. By the way, we live in a civilized world now. No one is going to force you to do what you don't want to do. Nobody's going to force you to be in the relationship you don't want to be. Nobody's going to force you to be in that marriage that you don't want to be. So the decision is entirely yours, because what happens, it's majority of times you see these women that are going through a lot in marriages, that have been abused and reduced to animals, that have been abused and reduced to nothing, and whereby those women have got kids. They've got 5 children, they've got 4 kids, 5, 6, 7, and they are there. They can't do nothing about it. I spoke to one of them, one of those women. I spoke to one of them, and this one actually lives in Africa, and she cried unto me. She said to me, "You know what? She is clueless. She just don't know what to do in that situation." And her reason being solely because she is not financially stable to handle that situation as of that time. So let's say, assuming she pick up her kids and pack her things to leave the house, she wouldn't have no finances to obviously secure another accommodation, or she wouldn't have no finances to feed herself and her kids, because she's got like 3 kids. So being African, of course we all know how Africa is. It's very hard for anyone to get finances. It's very, very hard. If you're not getting it from your family or from your loved ones, or if there is no one there to support you, you are entirely on your own. So that happened to be this woman's situation, And what did I do? I helped her in the little way that I can help her, because I would never in my entire life encourage any woman to stay back in an abusive marriage. No, because you could lose your life, and nobody wants to lose her life because of, all in the name of marriage, all in the name of I am married, all in the name of I'm wearing a wedding ring to a monster. Because I'm really sorry, some men out there are monsters, okay? Why some are very loving? There's a real man out there who know the true definition of real men and who represent what a real man should be. Why there are still monsters, there are narcissists, there's a lot of mental disarranged men out there who walk about on the street wearing suits, wearing jeans, wearing trousers, wearing sneakers, doing their hair, like looking all fresh and all okay, and what they are not. They are all mental people. Being mentally disarranged doesn't really, you don't need to take off your clothes. You don't need to be running about the whole street so people know that you're mad. No, madness have got different sections, and narcissistic disorder is one of a mental issue, very, very popular now. A lot of men are a lot of people are doing it. A lot of men are narcissists, and unfortunately there's a lot of women falling into victim. I don't want to, it takes me anything in this life to put a stop to such behavior, to try to motivate our women to take actions when they need to take actions, so that they can live and train their kids. I would do anything I could in my own, within my own power to help, even if it means talking, even if it means encouraging, even if it means helping the little way I can, financially or otherwise. I'm gonna do it. So women, stand up. It's time to stand up for who you are. Stand up for your kids, because let me tell you something: if you do not take actions, if you do not do anything to put a stop to such situation that you find yourself in, one day that man is gonna kill you, gonna get killed, probably bury you somewhere, or kill you and lock the door, shut the door and get out. Nobody's gonna suspect whatever. Nobody's gonna know he was the one that killed you, and the guy's gonna move away and live his life to the fullest. Okay? Or what happens sometimes, the man's gonna kill you as a woman, and he's gonna like take you away somewhere, dump you somewhere, take the kids with him. Okay, because some men, majority of the time, they don't like the kids either. They can kill you and kill the kids, or sometimes they can kill you and bring in another woman the next week or in the next few days. And what will happen to those kids? Those kids are going to live a miserable life. Because let me tell you something, no matter how much you think you have love for kids, it is quite difficult to bring up kids that are not yours. You might bring them up, but not as much as you would like to bring up the kids that you gave birth to. Okay, there is always that faint line between your biological kids and non-biological kids. Let me tell you something. Except on the rare occasions whereby maybe you obviously adopted them from when they were a baby. Yes, that's different. But I'm talking about a man you're trying to settle down with or get married to, bringing in his kids from a damaged relationship or marriage. Please, respect to all the men. Respect to all the men. I do want to respect you guys so much, and I do want to ask those ones that practice domestic violence, those ones that practice that is abusive towards their wife, that is abusive towards their partners. I do want to ask you guys to desist from such actions. I'm telling you guys, desist from it, because you might not know. The law is looking at you. The law can tell what you do, or the woman might be smart enough to keep records of what you're doing, a tangible record that will put you down. And you don't want to live a miserable life by serving the law majority of your life. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to end this here. Hopefully part 2 is coming up. I just feel like I should put this out there, because it's happening so much in this society today, and women are not able to talk. Women are not able to express themselves, what they are going through. Women are not able to express their pains, because a lot of women are going through pains. But what do? They come out and they wear their makeup, they conceal their face with concealers, and they wear the brightest red lipstick color ever. And so no one can tell what's going on with them. So no one can tell that they're going through a lot emotionally. No one can tell they're going through a lot psychologically. They conceal those things, and we don't want that to happen, because you know what? A healthy woman brings up a healthy child. When a woman is not psychologically stable or mentally stable, it's definitely going to affect her kids, and she's going to pass it on to her kids, and we don't want that, because women are the ones that are bringing kids into this world, train them and everything. Without women, there wouldn't be people. We won't have populations rising in this world, isn't it? So we want to cherish and we just want to cherish our women so much, isn't it? We want to cherish the women. We want to adore them. We want to accord the respect that they deserve and or desire to them. to encourage them to be better mothers, to encourage them to be better wives, to encourage them to look out for themselves, to encourage them to stand up and be an important figure in the society. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you guys learned or acquired one or two knowledge from what I just said, and I hope it touched the life. And I'm not gonna stop here. Because I am so against domestic violence. I am so against it. Even if I don't know who you are and you come to me telling me, yeah, you've gone through it, I'm going to go to anywhere, to any length that I can go to make sure that you get help. It could be psychological help. It could be that you need a counseling, you need therapeutic. It could be finance. It could be name it. Because let me tell you something. A woman that have gone through an abusive relationship somehow is mentally damaged. Yes. And you know what? It takes a whole lot of time. It could take some people 10 years to get themselves back to normal. It can take forever. They're battling it. It's a battle. And I do not wish such a thing to anybody, to any woman. So that's why I'm against it. And that's why I'm sitting down here talking about it, because I know a lot of women can relate. And I know as we talk about it, God is going to touch those men that practice domestic violence, to touch their heart, to desist from it, so they can know that what they're dealing with are not animals. They're dealing with human beings, somebody's daughter and somebody's mother. Stay blessed, you all. Talk to you guys in my next video. And stay safe out there, Sassychi, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.